EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Harris again. And let's give him about 4 on that one. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Warren. He will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Wilson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced
to the goal line and in. Pass fire move. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Kamara. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Carr working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Olave is the motion man. Carr to throw it on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Second and 7. A give running right with Kamara. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
That's made by Pickens. He gets free. And he's going to take this one all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers move out on top, 14-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Carr. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. trying left side, and here's Harris. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Working across the field, that's Pickens. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
On second down, here's Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
29. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. He'll tuck. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On third down, here's a run by Kamara. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again. The offense not coming off the field. And here's fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to have a Saints first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And open downfield, it's Johnson. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. So we are through three. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. first and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's second and 6. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. And the Saints are going to have what looks to be a first and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second and goal. What now? Here's Kamara. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. This crowd doing everything they can before third and goal. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's